The negotiations in Oman between Tehran and Washington could mark a turning point in years of confrontation. But how constructive is this new level of dialogue? And what lies behind this move? If we judge by the results of the meeting in Oman, tensions between Iran and the US appear to be easing. Just weeks ago, the situation looked entirely different. Donald Trump threatened hellish bombings if Tehran refused to negotiate. Meanwhile, Iran's leader categorically forbade his diplomats from engaging with American counterparts. The world stood on the brink of a new war in the Middle East. However, the expert community anticipated that it wouldn't come to that. Why? Because a major conflict is currently disadvantageous for both sides. Why doesn't Iran want war? Iran is only beginning to recover from its losses on the Syrian front. The fall of Bashar al-Assad's regime dealt a serious blow to Tehran's influence in the region. One of the key links in the axis of resistance, which Iran had spent decades building in the Middle East, has been dismantled. For Tehran, it is now crucial not to provoke new conflicts, but to strengthen its positions. A war with the US or Israel would lead to even greater losses and internal disagreements. American publications already report friction within Iran's elite. Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei has been reminded that, in the event of war, he would have to fight on two fronts: external, against Israel and the US, and internal, against opposition forces. Why doesn't the US want war? The US is currently focused on other priorities. The main challenge is China. Why get entangled in another adventure in the Middle East when Washington needs to concentrate on Taiwan and its trade standoff with Beijing? Moreover, Ukraine remains an unresolved issue. Instead of freeing its hands to counter China, the US risks being dragged into yet another prolonged conflict in the Middle East. This is neither economically nor politically advantageous. The talks in Oman marked the first step toward dialogue. Iranian Foreign Minister Araghchi and US Special Envoy Steve Wittinghoff met through intermediaries, Oman's Foreign Minister Badr al-Busidi. The results were modest but significant. The US side displayed unexpected courtesy. No accusations against Iran for supporting Hamas, Hezbollah, or the Houthis. On the contrary, Wittinghoff stated that his goal was to improve relations. Moreover, the US did not demand Iran's complete abandonment of its nuclear programs. The discussions focused solely on programs that could potentially lead to the development of nuclear weapons. After the official talks, Araghchi and Wittinghoff met personally, albeit briefly, exchanging a few comments. What does this mean? Perhaps both sides are ready to make concessions. Iran has already taken a significant step by agreeing to negotiations. The US, in turn, has abandoned its traditional threats and harsh demands. This could be the beginning of a small but important breakthrough. The second round of negotiations will take place on April 19th in Rome. Will we see real progress, or is this merely a temporary pause? The world is changing. The emerging multipolar order is forcing even longtime rivals to seek compromises. Are Tehran and Washington ready to make concessions for peace, or are old contradictions too deep to overcome? Share your thoughts in the comments below.